Good evening, everybody. This is Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. It's just gone 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m. 09:30 UTC. This is Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo. It is Wednesday night. It is another time for a VK4BAD bad net for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net. I'll now change my call sign over to the club call of VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Current temperature outside is 29.6 degrees. 0.3 K of breeze and 49% humidity. We reached a top temperature out here in Faryiryland at 41.7 degrees there today. And I hope your day's been good for you. Okay, so far we've got VK4FAX, Don, who's eagerly called in prior to the start. But no worries on that one. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'm now listening for any other call-ins. VK4BAD.
Yeah, g'day, Gary, VK4 Yankee Charlie. VK4 Echo Mike, good evening. VK4 Mike Victor. VK4IJP.
Okay, we got a nice little roll-up there at the moment. We've got at the top VK4FAX, VK4 Yankee Charlie. Good evening there, Jim. It's been a while. VK4 Echo Mike, Merv. VK4 Mike Victor, Al. And VK4 IJP, Ian. Is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net? VK4BAD? Okay, we just about got the whole roll call just about. Hi. Well, normal ones plus a couple ones who have been missing in action, or one who's been missing in action. He's been probably too busy harvesting. I see the guys out near St. George. There's a little town out there being clobbered by fire. Last night, around about 11 o'clock, they got evacuated out. Or to out to St. George, whoever could get out at the time. But we are definitely in our fire season at the moment. So for the ones who are on property, make sure you got your fire breaks and all that done, including myself. Okay, at the moment there we've got VK4FAX, Don in Drayton, VK4 Yankee Charlie, Jim in Blackbutt, VK4 Echo Mike, Merv in Pittswood, VK4 Mike Victor, Al in Dolby, and VK4IJP, Ian in Proston. Before we start the first round, does anyone else want to join in VK4BAD? Okay, for the ones who are not get up early or don't have their radio switched on early, for the last couple of days, there's been weather-related troppo. The last couple of mornings, from about sunrise through to about 9 o'clock in the morning. There was we've had multiple stations I've had from my location with the Central Highlands. Yesterday I had to make a very quick comment to the guys up in the Central Highlands and apologise for accessing 2 repeaters because the Central Highlands is on 950. So, of course, you could understand where the Bunya Mountains 950 and the Central Highlands at 950. People think I'm crazy talking to myself on that one. Anyway, besides that, I called Merv the other morning, no answer. And Rockhampton's been coming in from my location. Also, VK4RBU, up on Mount Ganamanon, up near Bundaberg. They've just upgraded their repeater. You should be able to... I could access it here, no problems at all. So you guys should have a bit of a listen around. That's 146-800. And they'll give you a link all the way up to Gladstone. There. So if you get on that one, you'll get the link up to Gladstone. So you have some fun on that one. Okay, give it about 3 days, and we're going to have rain. As I was saying to Ian, but watch the weather forecast. You watch that low line come down. When that low line gets down near you on the weather map, you can guarantee you got weather-related troppo standby. And 3 days after that, for some unknown reason, it rains. So we've been having some good stuff. The sun's been doing some burping and farting as well. The sun has at the moment. We have got a flare heading our direction. It's due at 000 UTC tomorrow, the 6th. It's going to hit the earth. Expect some blackouts or bit of stuff. Okay, before we start the first round, gee, I've been waffling on, haven't I? What are we? We're 10 minutes in and I've been waffling on. Okay, does anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Gambler Radio Club before we start the first round? VK4BAD? Okay, nothing heard on that one. So as I go through, VK4FAX, Don, VK4 Yankee Charlie, Jim, VK4 Echo Mike Merv, VK4 Mike Victor, Al, and VK4IJP, Ian. And don't forget your 10 o'clock appointment tomorrow. Or no, it's 11 o'clock appointment, isn't it there, Ian? See? Say hello to the guys for me. Haha. Okay. VK4 FAX, over to you there, Don. VK4BAD.
VK4BAD with the group, VK4FAX. Good evening, Gary, and thanks for having me on that. And Jim, yeah, long time no speak. Merv and Alistair and Ian, yeah, great to hear you here this evening. Yeah, a bit of a thunder and rattling around here today, but nothing out of it, of course. I think it's tracked its way around to the north like it has done in the last few years. We had a little bit of a scud here yesterday, but nothing much. It didn't even settle the dust. But, you know, that's this time of the year when you get the heat, you get the thunder and you get the lightning, and if you're under the storm, you'll get the moisture. I'll just break a kid. Apologies for that. To clear the throat. What's going to mess? Oh yeah, temperature-wise, I think it's dropped to 27 here now. Sort of hadn't worried me too much today. I was out bowling in it yesterday and it was very warm, but we had a nice breeze, so that made it a little bit more pleasant. But backing up again tomorrow for the ladies' day, they got a special day on, and they asked a few of us elderly gentlemen to help them out, and it's yeah, we'll see how we progress during the day. Or something else I was going to comment on, but it's left my memory bank at the moment. It may come back later on. I'll pass it on up to you there, Jim, and hope everything's going well with the farm there, and the fruit is set and ripening, ready for a bumper crop. I'm sorry. VK4YC, VK4FAX for the group.
Yeah, good, Don. And Gary, yeah, thanks for running that out there tonight, mate. Yeah, we have got a reasonable fruit set there. Don, they're probably not quite golf ball size yet, but yeah, the heat's taken its toll as well, and we've been watering fairly well as far as trying to keep the moisture up to the trees. If we don't do that, the fruit all drops off and we have nothing. So yeah, we got to keep pretty busy watering. We did end up with 11 millimetres of rain this afternoon, which was not the storm that went over us. Like you mentioned there, Don, the one that we had went around to the south of us. So, yeah, anything we get is a bonus, so can't complain about that. But otherwise, yeah, just general maintenance, fertilising and that sort of thing. Okay on the bowls too, Don, yeah, sounds like you're doing okay there. Keeping up to scratch with things on the green. But yeah, there has been a little bit of hail a few weeks ago in the area out of some of these songs, and yeah, that's something we don't need, so cross the fingers there. But yeah, certainly good to catch up with everybody. Yeah, been AWOL there for a while, Don. Yeah, been pretty darn busy, but and a few problems with a bore going down in the last few days, and what else do we have? Oh yeah, one of the tractors played up on us, so yeah, there's always some maintenance to do and repairs and that sort of thing. So, yeah, keeps us pretty darn busy. But certainly good to join up with the group there tonight. I want to hear their move. I'm wondering whether you might have got a little bit of rain there this afternoon out of the storms that they may have built up on our side of your area there. VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Yankee Charlie.
VK4 Yankee Charlie in the group, VK4 Echo Mike, a very good evening to you all, and if you're there too, Dion, a very good evening to you. And, well, the fellas, yes, I don't like to disappoint you about the rain here, but it's been very disappointing. A couple of days ago it hailed and had no rain at all. And the hail hasn't been very big, thank goodness, only very small. And when we do get a bit of rain, it's probably only a mil or half a mil or something like that, you know, nothing to help out at all. The country here has now lost all its green, and we had beautiful green country not so very long ago. Now it's all gone brown, and it's gone past that. The earth is showing through in some of the places, and you know, the grass on top, and there's strong winds, it blows the grass away, and before you know it, it's back to bare soil. Thanks, Don, for the heads up. I listened around for David today, but no, I didn't hear anything. He's a very hard man to get a hold of. But anyway, thanks for the heads up on that. All right, the temperature here is about the same as you, Gary. 29 point, oh, I can't read it from here, 4 or 5. And it hasn't altered, it's just hanging there. And okay on the ducting. And yeah, the TV was going crazy here a few days ago, and usually the next day or a couple of days after the TV goes crazy here, that there's some, you know, good long distance stuff to be had. I got a surprise this morning, which I didn't need. The TV had been on earlier this morning, and I turned it off, or Denise turned it off, and I went back a little bit later to see if you know, we were going to need to start digging underground tunnels and, you know, down to the ex-army shop and get camo gear and helmets and boots and gas masks and all that sort of stuff. And turned the TV on, there's nothing. The light on the TV came on and off like it's supposed to, but no picture, no sound, no nothing, no one was home. So I put a memory stick into the back of the TV, and yeah, did nothing, did absolutely nothing. So, anyone wants a boat anchor in the shape of a television set? There's one here. Anyway, who knows what's wrong with it? I thought, oh, no worries, that'll be fine. I'll put the you know, DVD player, because it also can work as a TV, but without the monitor. But no, I couldn't get anything at all. Can't even get a sound or a ripple or a squeak or a flash or anything. So, oh dear me, what am I going to do now for my favourite cereals? Okay, on to you, Al. Very good evening to you. Great to hear you. VK4 Mike Victor and the group VK4 Echo Mike.
Sorry about that. VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Mike Victor. Evening. Got distracted there on the other side of the room. Yes, good evening all. Gary, Don, Jim and Ian. And yeah, quite a crowd. Yeah, I can complain about the heat, but I relented and went and turned the air conditioner on. I think it might be the first time this year, this summer anyway. So I got a bit of cold air coming down, and it's probably 22 or 23. Yeah, very hot and sticky here yesterday, and a little bit of rain later in the evening. I was up helping the nephew put a frame up for a shed. So we got a bit of it done, but gee, it was stinging in the heat. So we finished what we were doing, went into the garage and had a cold drink, and down came sprinkles of rain. So at least it cooled it down and dampened the dust. Other than that, not much else is happening. A few parts have turned up from various places around the world. Although I don't know why 3 items ordered from Sydney, 2 arrived in one box, and there would have been room in the box for the other one, but it wasn't with it. So not sure where that's disappeared to. Maybe tomorrow. So, but other than that, yeah, we're struggling a little bit with the TS820 that belongs to Russell. It keeps coming up with weird faults and bits missing, and I thought I'd fixed the AVR unit, but it seems to have gone back to running 12 volts instead of 9. So we shall continue to knock our head against it for a while. Other than that, yeah, it's good to see the repeaters actually functioning quite clearly. Still that little bit of desensing going on, but it's certainly holding together other than that. And I'm not sure what the progress is with the duplex that Jake's got, and I haven't worked through the amplifier for Crownthorpe RME as yet, so we'll get that going soon. Anyway, round to ends. I wonder how you're going with the 1000 MP. VK4IJP in the group, VK4 Mike Victor.
Yeah, the 1000 MP. Yeah, I've been following it through the signals passing and that. And there's one circuit board that's buried where I think all this happens on. Whatever happens on I can't remember the name of the board. I've got it written down. And yeah, it's sandwiched in between. You can't get to it from the bottom, so the top all has to come apart and get to this circuit board that's down there. It might have been some control board. But all the everything else seems to be working, so I just sort of came to that and yesterday afternoon and today, and it was just too hot to do anything yesterday and today, so I'll come back to it, and hopefully I'll be able to, with the radio disassembled, we can still fire it up. I'm lucky enough, I actually have a spare one, which was given to me, so I might be able to just change circuit boards, and that one's, all the display lights are on, but no one's home, so all the lights are on, but no one's at home, so I haven't even had a good look at that one, because everything in the display is illuminated. Yeah, okay then, Jim, wow, good evening, and you've got a little bit of fruit happening, that's good. Some of the little trees we've got here, I think we're going to have a bumper crop of grapes and apples. And I don't know what's happened to my mulberry tree. Last year we had a good crop from it, and this year we didn't hardly any. So I don't know whether it might need a bit of fertiliser or something like that. We don't have the best of soil here. other than playing around with a couple of radios, I've got my dual band beam back on up in the sky. It's working well, and I've had a couple of good contacts with that to some different countries around the place. So I'm very pleased with the way how that's working. And that, yeah. And I suppose the other thing I've done is I've pulled the clutch master cylinder out, cleaned it up, put it back in, and it seems to be working. But it probably worked 95% of the time before. So anyway, we'll see if it plays up when we go into Kingaroy tomorrow. Yeah, so that's about it. No rain here. I thought we were going to get some yesterday, but as per usual, Peter went around. I've got to adjust the time on this radio. Anyway, VK4BAD, this is VK4IJP.
VK4IJP in group VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Before we continue on, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net, VK4BAD? Okay, nothing else has called in, or no one else has called in, so it's only just us guys at the present time. I'll find out a little bit later on. A little bit of club news that on the 16th of this month, we're holding our general meeting, our last one for the year. So the 16th of November. It's a week later than normal, but we've agreed to set it back a week for this one. Okay, that'll be on the 16th, normal place at the Mile complex opposite the high school in the western side of Dalby, on the corner of let's see, Nicholson Street and the Warrego Highway. Let's see if I've got which one wrong. Al will tell me otherwise. Hi. But anyway, and unless Nicholson Street is on the northern side of the Warrego and something else is on the other side. But anyway, with that one there, directly opposite, on the opposite corner, western side corner from Freedom Service Station. That's the easiest way to put it. That'll be on the 16th. We start the meeting at 10 o'clock with a barbecue lunch afterwards. That is on the 16th of the 11th. Pop it in your calendar. Okay. Okay there, Jim, with a bit of work doing over your way. You expected, that's why you're pretty well quiet. Was due to you're doing something to do with the farm. Hi. It's always something. I know, I've got the same problem. Actually, I've got a cow around here. Don't ask me, stand by. VK4BAD. We've got a bovine, wandering bovine around the area. No one's claimed it. None. The only. I assume it must come from my neighbour behind me, because he had Angus beef on his property there a few months back, and this one just roams around. You kind of like get a bit startled when you come across it, but yeah, he's free and going. He likes the way he's on. He's on the opposite side of the fence to where he should be. I'd say when we had the fires and the fence was down on the neighbours, it found its way out, I'd say. But unknown. A few of the neighbours have spotted it. Decent sized beef too. Good for good market size. Hi. But anyway, that's my bits here. I've got a bit of work to do out here. A bit of mechanical work. The last time I was using my tractor, it made some strange noises down low down in the motor. Went to hop on it the other day, and she no rotate, so I'm doing another engine rebuild. Only, this is 13 years since I've done the last one. So I'm doing another engine rebuild. And we'll get it back up and running again. Okay. Al, I haven't had a chance to pop that board in my radio yet. But thank you for that. I'll get into that sometime this week. What else? Stand by. Okay, that's about it from my side. VK4BAD. Is there anyone else want to join the net before we start the last round? VK4BAD listening? Nope. Okay. So we'll throw it back over to Don and we'll do the last round. VK4FAX, VK4BAD. Over you there, Don.
VK4BAD with the group VK4FAX. Yeah. Thanks, Gary. And sounds like if you go check that beast out, there's no brands, etc. You could fill the freezer, I suggest. But anyway, just be a little bit careful in that area, of course. Had a couple of an hour and so with Mr. Zipper today. That's VK4HOO. With one of our mates, we've been helping a couple of mates out with programming some of these Kushangs with the 80-metre CB channels and giving them a cheap way of having a CB in their vehicles. Most of them travel with caravans with mates, etc., and just want to have close contact with those who are following and are ahead, etc. Excuse me, I'll just break. Setting them up with a little antenna on the bonnet and programming them with the 80 channels and it's a cheap way they can get into a CB, which is less than $100, and to go and buy the commercial ones and stuff, you're looking at over 300. So just a little thing that Andy and I have been doing with a couple of mates, and I call him Mr. Zipper because he's had that back operation or upper neck only 6 weeks ago, and then he's been back in and had carpal tunnels on both hands on last Thursday. So he's got all those zipper marks, one up the back of behind the neck there, and both hands. And anyway, he's going well, and he's back on, with renewed vigour, but he's still waiting for the feelings to come back in his hands. His dexterity is back, but he can't feel. And hopefully all this work he's had done, it'll all come good eventually. But he's just an absolutely mighty gentleman, and we all wish him well. Put it over here there, Jim, VK4YC, VK4FX.
Good there, Don. Yeah, mate. No, that's good to hear that he's on the positive side of things. Yeah, I was just thinking when you said that sort of a nickname there, I hope they don't have to undo that zip. But no, sounds like all is going well. What else did we have there now? Gary, yeah, okay, and the mower too. And I know you did mention fire breaks and that earlier too. I think it might have been out around Dirranbandy to St George there, Gary, that there was some problems there early in the week. That they'd actually closed the road there. Apparently due to the fires. But yeah, again, the mower rebuild. That's not a bad effort, I guess. Merv, yeah, okay, on things out your way too. Yeah, the grass looked actually better through winter than what it is at the moment here. The rain we've had might just put a bit of a tinge on it, hopefully. But yeah, I know what you mean though, with all the heat about, a bit of wind, and it all disappears. Yeah, if you don't get enough rain to hold that subsoil moisture, it doesn't take long to get away and evaporate, that sort of thing. Yeah, a few shed repairs there was in, or building anyway. Sounds like you're keeping out of mischief there, apart for some radio work. That sounds like it's keeping you pretty busy there too. And Ian, what did I write down? Oh, the mulberries, yeah, I'm just wondering, because with the avocados, and they do have an off year, so to speak, where they don't bear as much as normal, and I'm just wondering whether that could be the case your way. Or I'm not too sure what their bearing rate is, so to speak, whether they're biennial or not, but yeah, interesting there, but they're also pretty good. Okay, and the clutch master cylinder, I think you mentioned there, yeah. Yeah, when you've got machinery, you've always got some repairs to do. That's what I reckon anyway, yeah. And yeah, we've got plenty of machinery here. But otherwise, certainly good. Thanks for running that there again, Gary. And over to Murph. Yeah, okay. No, I haven't got a need for a TV that doesn't work there, Murph. VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Yankee Charlie.
Roger that, VK4 Yankee Charlie in the group, VK4 Echo Mike. Well, first of all, Gary, if you need another tractor, there's one on the side of the road in Toowoomba. It's been there a fair while. It's down there near James and West. And it's got a rotary hoe on it as well. But there's no price on it. I've driven past it a few times very slowly. And yeah, it's not in 100% condition, but it looks to be all there. All right, I'm going to say good evening and get out of here. This room here in the house is the hottest room in the house and the coldest room in the house, but always at the wrong time of the year. So I'm going to get out of here and move along, and I can't even give you a TV. It's free giveaway. Well, I was just looking there on some of the commercials, the local sellers around Toowoomba there, and they're even offering $100 for your old TV. So they must have a sale for them or something. Of course, they probably put $300 or $400 on the price of a new TV. You don't get anything for nothing at all. All right, all the best. Great hearing you. It's a shame Dion didn't show up tonight. I thought he might have tried again, but we haven't heard anything. So anyway, I'll get along. Cheers, all the best, and you can have 41, you said, Gary, 41. They did say on TV, I think it's going to be either the weekend or next week early. They're predicting it's going to be about 41. Okay, VK4 Mike Victor and the group, very good evening. VK4 Echo Mike Clear. Cheers.
VK4 Echo Mike and the group, VK4 Mike Victor. Yep, cheers, Merv, and your generosity in giving away that valuable item is you can always stick a picture on it and just leave it as a display item. I did that as a bit of a joke. Had an engineer at work, and he had an office, and he looked out at where all these sales engineers had their desks, and he was going to be moved from downstairs to upstairs. So while he was away on holidays, I went round and took monitor camera type photos of all the guys working at their desks, and I put it into a collage and I stuck it on the screen of his computer. So it filled it nicely, and there was sort of 6 pictures of all the sales engineers guys, and I said, you can monitor them from upstairs now, but don't worry about them not moving, that's normal. So I was noted for being a bit of a joker with that, so I put some of my photoing and photoshopping skills to work, and created the illusion. But anyway, that's the way life goes. I don't know whether I was a class clown, but I used to tell a lot of jokes. Anyway, heat. It's going to be a stinking hot one, and I hope we do get a little bit of rain just to green things up and put a bit of water in the tanks. And I think there's some predicted for either Saturday or Sunday, although that keeps changing on a daily basis. It'll move it out or back. And it's always something to do here, and keeps me out of mischief. And I think the shed we're putting up is, the nephew's got that many things to put under cover that he's had to extend it to put a roof over various items and pack them away and have them littered all up and down the driveway. And it's been quite good. So goodness, you've got 2 1,000 MPs. That just means twice the trouble. But anyway, that keeps you out of mischief. And yeah, I've got lots of things to do. And yeah, TVs that don't turn on, the first place you look is there's dried out capacitors in the switch mode power supply. And that wasn't an offer to fix it. Righto, round to Ian, VK4IJP, the group VK4, Mike Victor.
Good evening all. Actually, I've got a couple of dead TVs here as well. I know our council doesn't provide an e-waste recycling thing. I wonder if any of the other councils do, guys. I know Lismore does, but every time I go down there, I keep on forgetting to chuck them in the back of the car to take them down. But yeah, in Munburn's, it's a fairly big one, so, and heavy too, it's a little bit older. Oh, I forgot to mention, I've got my bits and pieces in, and I'm going to make my FT48 interfacing thing. So there's not a lot involved with that, so I've got some Vero board out, and a couple of other pots. Also bought a little USB switchy thing that will do the PTT on the radio. And so I'm hoping in the next 3 or 4 days I'll have that up and going. So it'll be just interesting to see how all that goes. Yeah, but otherwise I think, and of course I've got a dead air conditioner. Our main air conditioner's not working. So they're just hanging out in the bedroom, watching the TV, laying down during the day when it gets too hot to, and at least with that it's a small room and the air conditioner does have no problems holding it down at 24 degrees, where the other one, on a 35 degree. In my PCTV, my phone at home event, so anyway, so we're now waiting for someone to come and have a look at it, so that could be another week or 2 or 3. Anyway guys, 73's all, have a good week till next, and we'll put it around to Gary. Thanks Gary for holding the net, and I hope your knee's going alright as well. I meant to say that last time. VK4BAD, and the group is VK4IJP.
VK4IJP and group VK4 Golf Bravo Alpha Delta. Okay, no worries there. Before we continue on and close the net off, is anyone else want to come in and say hello, goodbye before we close the net? VK4BAD listening? Okay, nothing else heard. Yeah, for the ones who are asking, yourself there, Ian, I'm, and of course, Al, I picked up, when I went and picked up the board, the audio board for my radio off Al. I was on the crutches then. Today I'm hobbling around tenderly. I could unassisted, legs still strapped up. That's mainly just to give me support. But she's awfully It's awfully bit on the tender side, so it slows me down a little bit. But today I could hobble around without the extra pieces. So yeah, it's going okay. It's just one of those ones. Okay, with that lot there. Oh, okay, there, Merv, with tractor with the rotary hoe on the back of it. Now mine's just, I'm just, I'll just buy a rebuild kit, like I did the last time for me tractor. This time I before I even pull it apart, I know that it's going to require a new crank. So I'll grab. So I got to do a bit more than just an in-build job. It's got to be actually split. So if I've got to split the tractor, that means I'm going to be replacing the clutch and pressure plate as well. Funny little thing with that, I put all new tyres on it. Stand by. I put all new tyres on the tractor, and because the back wheels were going faster than what the tractor was when it was under a full load. So I put new tyres on it. Now I've got the problem of under a full load, my clutch slips. So if I'm going that way, I literally do have to split the tractor, and I've got to take the pressure plate and flywheel off. So while I'm doing that, I'll replace the clutch and pressure plate as well. I've already priced the parts, and just under $2,000 to do another rebuild on the motor. So you can't complain on that one. Mind you, the tractor, it is a workhorse, and I ask for it to do more work than what it should. So I'm not complaining about redoing the motor on it. But anyway, with that lot there, it was nice to have everybody on the net there tonight. It's good to hear everybody, and we'll catch us all again at the same time next week when we put another edition of VK4BAD BadNet on for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I would like to thank VK4FAX, Don in Drayton, VK4 Yankee Charlie, Jim in Blackbutt, VK4 Echo Mike, Merv in Pittswood, VK4 Mike Victor, Al in Dolby, and VK4 IJP, Ian in Proston. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. I'll now resume back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. And until the same time next week, that's at 19:30 hours, 7:30 PM, 09:30 UTC. This is Victor Kilo 4 Golf Romeo Bravo, now leaving the frequency open for general traffic. This is Victor Kilo 4 Golf Romeo Bravo, 730, and we'll catch us all again the same time next week.